at me, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the Power Band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host,
Porkins.
friend.
Chad is now Porkins.
Chad is now Porkins.
Friend of Porkins.
I had it all worked out in my head. And then I was like, wait, what's the fucking order? Wait, I'm your host. Chad is now Porkins, along with my good friend of Porkins, also known as Ben Higo.
Hey.
And without further
And Red
ado,
Six himself.
Red Six himself, Porkins.
What's up, gents? What's up? Dude, again.
Yeah, red slice, dude.
That's
There
exactly
you
right.
go.
There, I was washing dishes yesterday at the sink, and like the supermarkets over here have this stupid shit where like if you for every $30 you spend, you get some stupid collectible fucking thing for your kids. So they convince you to go to the supermarket, that one instead of the other one. And they're doing like a Disney thing. And it's not Porkins, but she like Hannah came walking up to me with like a card of the picture of like the fattest fucking penguin in the fucking Antarctic, and she's like, "It's you, Dad," and I was just like, "Fuck you, kid."
What the fuck?
And like Em like turned and saw the card and fucking like, you know, spit her fucking cornflakes all over the table. It was just like, ouch, man. I'm like, I know. Like neither of them understand the ramifications of what they're saying, which is just totally fine, but I just think it's really funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the way of kids to be awfully cruel without meaning.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. It's funny. The Porkins one hit just super close to nerd home, though, man. Like that was. I wish I was checking the run of the last show just before publishing and went back over the Porkins bit, and I wish the audience could understand that the reason that there's a minute of silence on your track, Kev, is because you were actually on the floor hysterically laughing. You can't hear it in the recording.
I know.
And Ben had stepped away at the time, so Ben doesn't even know. But like, you fell off your chair and you hysterically laughed on the floor for like a full fucking minute, and then came back and laughed.
Yeah, I realized that as I just finished it last night. So it's still pretty fresh in my head. Yeah, I know. Man. I was like, what the fuck? Because I was looking at the waveforms, and I was like,
you're like, what is
when
happening?
You started? Well, no, because like you started, right? And I'm like looking at the whole map, right, of the waveforms, and I'm like, this waveform seems off. I was like, why is mine so short? I was like, this was fucking hysterical.
It was like someone hit you with something. You just like
said.
Fell over. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So anyways, hello everybody. I am Porkins.
Ben had dipped out.
Hey. Well,
yes,
clearly we need to raise funds so we can get you a
Triple XL Starfighter uniform.
Hero accurate X-Wing fighter pilot costume.
They don't make them that big, so I'm gonna have to get one of those like stretchy t-shirt tuxedo versions, you know?
Come on, you're not.
That's it, dude. The stretchy
I'm just
tuxedo version.
You're not actually like Porkins.
No, I know, but like it's like so stretched that like all of the graphics kind of like crack. They have the cracking going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get you one that's like a size too small.
And yeah. Get the bottom of the belly hanging out the bottom of the shirt, you know? Get like
I will be playing Porkins.
Get like a kid-sized helmet, so just really, you know, get some serious chin action going on.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. I feel like you could do that like with 3D printers now. You like print it the size of your head so it fits, but then like shrink all of the components down other than the case. So it just like looks really out of scale, you know?
Yeah.
Like really take the time on it.
Looks a little snug. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, if you're going to really cosplay it, you could do like a little X-Wing fighter that comes out of the belly, you know, like and kind of have like a little A little
like
X-wing.
like you're in the cockpit.
Yeah, like a tutu. Yeah.
It's just mounted around you. Yeah.
Too bad the show's not making more money, dude. You could have done that all up and gone to San Diego and dressed up for Comic-Con.
Exactly.
Represented.
Ooh, see, you see.
I think you get some love. You would get love as
things-
Porkins, man. You would get love as Porkins, 100%.
You see the things we would do if we were like a,
Independently
really
wealthy.
Exactly.
I have to grow a sweet 70s goatee beard thing.
Yeah.
For Porkins.
Ah, Porkins, you poor bastard.
Anyway, welcome to the show, folks. This week we are going to do a little bit of a
No, don't give it away.
No, should I not give it away?
No.
All right,
Give
I'm
me
not going
just
to
a
give it away.
clean pie.
Edit
All right. We're going to do we're going to be talking about the 1998 directorial debut classic Pie by Darren Aronofsky, starring the biggest name would be Mark Margolis, who we've talked about many times,
Yes.
and then Sam Guillemette, I guess you would pronounce
Gillette,
that,
I think.
was the one of the writers and one of the stars, and
Sorry,
that's about it.
is that on purpose?
There's-
The guy's
there's-
name is Sean, not Cian.
What? Isn't it Sean? I'm lost.
The guy's name is Sean Gillette. You're like Cian Gouliet.
That's not what I said.
It's close enough. Yep.
Yes, it's Xi'an.
You know, the one other dude was in there though, man. I didn't
Well,
realize
there's
it.
a couple.
The dude from Office Space, Samir from Office Space, has like a 1-second scene.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
I saw him. Yeah,
That's,
I saw him in the
AJ
end,
Naidu is in it. Yeah, that's the guy.
He's great.
Samir. He is great. And then there's another guy in it that sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole. And that was this guy, Stephen Perlman, that played the rabbi. Man,
Dude,
he was
yeah, man. I know him from somewhere.
really fucking intense. I know. So I'm going to talk about this guy right away.
All right, let's do it.
This guy, I swore that this was the same guy that played, the father of the girl Jerry was dating in Seinfeld, who was also Fletch's editor in Fletch, and he's been in a zillion other movies, right? I flipped over to Wikipedia and looked this guy up, and the picture was a shot from a movie, and it looks exactly like him. And it said he was in Die Hard 3, which we just did.
I don't know who he is in that.
And I was like, oh, well, this is that guy, right? And I couldn't remember that guy's name. But no, that's not that guy. These two people just look almost identical. Because if you look at the picture on Wikipedia of this guy, Stephen Perlman, and then you go look up, I believe the guy's name is Richard Libertini, is the guy I was actually thinking of, who played the editor in Fletch. And all these other zillions of movies we've seen him in, they're not the same guy. I don't know. It's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the moment where we thought,
Boombada
never mind. Yeah,
No, it's like it is. It's like I feel like it's like a Boombada Y. We were just talking about that with Carl last week. Like that type of thing. Like I was like, this looks exactly like the guy, and then I don't remember him from Die Hard 3.
He's got a doppelganger,
He played a doctor, and this guy died the same year that this movie came out. And Richard Libertini died in 2016. Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah, it is.
I love him. I think he's got some great angry energy in this.
He was intense.
You are a vessel for our God.
That scene was so freaking intense.
Yeah, no
He
doubt.
was so intense. I was like, are blood going to start coming out of somebody's eyes now? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, Darren Aronofsky, dude. Pie. High level.
You know what it is, dude? Hang on a second. It's
let's
that
not
I
forget
can't.
Stanley B. Herman as the mustacheless man.
Yeah, him too.
The
I just love that his name is
like
the mustacheless man.
that's the biggest mystery. Where did his mustache
Almost,
go?
begs EBD to pay attention just to the.
It really does.
Right.
He is quite cool.
Yeah.
I like him. I like his little, I only have eyes for you, dear bit.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
I just a quick correction. You're right. The problem is that I can't see.
Okay, so it's not Cyan Gouliet.
No, I never
is
said
I'm literally
Cyan, dude.
blind.
I said Sean Guillemette, but it's not. It's just Sean Galette.
Yeah, there you go. We got there.
Wow, that was bad. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take a death for that.
Gillette, the best a man can
The
get.
best Cyan can get.
That's what they were gonna name it, dude. I never said CN. I don't.
I'm gonna give you
understand
so
why you're
much shit
saying
for the
that.
rest of your life. Like, it clearly hits a nerve.
Have
you guys seen anything-
when you
know
make
who I
up
haven't seen
dumb
in a while?
bullshit. What?
Cyan Bien.
Oh,
Seen anything recently?
okay. Eat shit.
Fuck you!
Chad's dusting off the Rolodex tonight.
I guess
Oh,
he
that's
is.
it, man. I'm trying to think about how I can say that in a Scottish accent. Are you done?
Yeah, that's this look.
Are you done?
done?
Face. Are you done? Okay. High level. This is the wankiest movie in the fucking world. And I was the world's largest wanker when I was 16, clearly. And I love how much of a fucking wanker I am.
Why? I don't get it.
This
What do you
was
mean?
like the most like deep and meaningful, like universe changing, perception shattering mind fuck of art when I was 16. And now it's like, cool, man. Like, you wrote some numbers down and had a headache. Sorry to hear that, buddy. It's so wanky, and I kind of love
Take a
how
couple
wanky
of Tylenol. Call me tomorrow.
So, that's kind of me, man.
Oh my god.
It sounds like Ben wanted to drill a hole in the side of his head.
Hey,
Yes, I too wanted to drill a hole in my head at the end of this movie.
And have a young Asian girl be like, Ben, can we do it? 257 divided by 26. Actually, it was Brian in this Asian schoolgirl outfit doing that, to be fair.
there you go. Oh God, dude, that's terrible imagery.
No.
That's
No.
I love how when the little girl asks him the question, he's just like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Blackout. It's like, okay.
Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. There was a really funny message I'll throw in as an 11sies, though, where Carl went and watched this movie for the first time in like 10 or 15 years after recommending that we do it for Pi Day. And he just thought Nathan Muir from Spy Game should come in during like the music of this movie. And I just thought it was quite funny.
Ooh.
Yes, that tracks. I'm going to make a similar comparison here. I'm with you. What was it? Like guy thinks about numbers and gets a headache or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's like that, but it's it's like this super high contrast black and white thing,
So high contrast.
paired with the jungle actually made me think about numbers and get a headache. So I remember seeing this back in the day and being like, wow, like the the novelty of it being like something, like
Yeah.
I haven't quite seen anything like that before. And I haven't seen it since. And upon this viewing, all I could really think was like, wow, I'm watching like an extended like Prodigy video with math.
Totally, man.
Like,
Yeah, 100%.
I kept
I mean, the music
expecting
was fucking good.
I kept expecting the dude with like the clown hair to come out of the fucking subway somewhere with a sweater on and like
Totally. You should
start
like,
stalking.
that would be really
Sean
fucking funny
Gillette.
to edit him into this movie randomly and just like seed that into the internet, so people think that that's
It's
the
while
actual
he's
cut.
like poking at the brain down in the subway.
Yeah,
like, he
yeah.
comes out of the tunnel and it's like, I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
relieve the pressure.
That's so weird. It's weird because I've just started busting that album out again, and
That's a good album, man.
heard Narayan, and they were like, dude, and they kept asking me to play it for like a month, and so we were playing
your
that
kids
all
did?
the time. Yeah, they kept asking me to play that one song.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
I want to tell me like I want to hear your non-humorous sort of version of why you didn't like it now. I mean, we don't have to do it. You don't have to do it right now, but we can get into it.
Do you
when
want to
we're
do your high
unpacking it,
level?
I mean, sure, I guess. My high level is kind of like Ben's high level. I was like, I just watched it today, and I'm going to admit right now, I nodded off for 15 minutes, and then I wound back and rewatched that part, and that helped me understand it a little bit more. But I've never seen this before. I'd never seen it back in the day. It was, no. I've never seen this movie at all. So this was very like, I was kind of
fresh.
Like, yeah, I was like, okay, so I get like the numbers. I mean, it's sort of like obvious, but not obvious. It's like, okay, we're trying to sort of solve the equation of life with numbers, like the guy's crunching it out, but it was like very intense and frenetic, and I was kind of like, what's going on? This is kind of confusing. So short when I wound it back and rewatched the bit that I had nodded off during, I was like, okay, this makes sense. And then I watched a little bit more, including the bit with the rabbi, and I was like, all right, this makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, wow. It was intense. Super exposed, super overexposed, and then shot in black and white. Like it was very cool.
High contrast.
Yeah, high contrast. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it, or maybe I'll just segue into whatever the unpacking is. I think question, the high contrast. So it was kind of like they really, really blew up the lighting, and then they put it in black and white. Like, I mean, look, it's really cool. Like, it's like, this is the type of thing we would have loved in the 90s. We would have loved when we were younger. Like artistic, like extremely artistic and very cool in its artistry. I liked the way that, he did the black and white, and I liked how frenetic it was at points. Like, and when I say I liked it, I mean, I liked it as like artistic choices. And I would have loved this when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like watching it today, I was just kind of like, Jesus, dude, this is kind of exhausting, right? Yeah. Visually exhausting. And I feel like some of that got in the way of telling the story, which made me sort of confused about it. So I don't know. It's kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot of trying to make you feel in it. Like.
Right. And you kind of do, but it's
all over the fucking golden ratio or whatever. Like,
5, bro.
It's like relatively novel at the time, but it's like a well-known thing at this point. It's like,
What are you talking about? The spiral thing? Which I thought was cool. Yeah, that stuff was very novel back then, but that stuff's been around, and they've other
it's like
interesting
Fibonacci
things
sequence fucking plushies and shit.
Theorized and whatnot now. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's obviously been around for a very long time, but I feel like, maybe because of this movie or around the time of this movie, that was like starting to like crop up as like a sort of pop sci thing, like
totally, man.
But
and we've all seen the Da Vinci Code like 20 times now, so we know. Okay,
there you go.
But I mean, I think that freneticness of it and trying to make, as Ben said, you feel like you're in it really kind of, I don't know, kind of works in the opposite direction, certainly for me now, because you're just kind of like barrier to entry. Like, I want to get in, but I can't because it's too noisy and crazy and weird, man. And some of the camera work was just too much, it was, it served its purpose for sure, but sometimes it was a little bit much. But I think other than that, dude, I mean, look, for $60,000, it's like, fuck, it's fucking great. It's fucking impressive.
It's pretty fucking amazing. This is his student film, man. Like, it's not, but it's it's his student film.
100%. It's his student film, and I mean, it's like he sold this thing for $1 million bucks, so it's like you made 300% on it. That's really impressive, dude. And despite the fact that it is a little, sort of convoluted in how clear it is, how clear the story is, it still gets the point across. And there's a lot of cool elements to it. I'll leave it there and let somebody else talk. Go ahead.
Well, I think, you asked the question of like, maybe why I didn't enjoy it this time around. And it's less that I didn't enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed it fine. It's just less resonant. It doesn't resonate with me like it did when I was a masturbatory teenager. And I think it's a student film. I think it's like, I'm not being disrespectful to him saying that. I just like, it's him figuring out his directorial style after some accolades he got with literally his student short. And,
Sure.
you know, he family and friends raised the money here, and he's like, this is my swing. And he took a swing and he got a hit, like from a kind of art housey side of things. Cool. And then, you know, next up was Requiem for a Dream, which is the best movie I never want to see again. Like, so he clearly like learned a lot from this, and it's a much more refined film. So like through that lens, it's like, okay, cool. Like I get it. Nice. And like, yeah, maybe it's crazy here, crazy there, too much here, too much there, too much light, whatever. And I think all of that you could chalk up to him just wanting to either try things and probably like put a big stamp on things. Like, cause I feel like it actually like embodies the idea of how fucking self-important at least I and probably we, the royal we, felt as 25-year-olds. You know, we're like, we're so fucking artsy and smart. Fucking this movie is so good. My mom would not understand this movie. You know, and it's just like, okay, guy. You know, like,
yeah,
and like it's obtuse because 25-year-olds are obtuse. You know, like I think that it's like a perfect distillation of just being a fucking idiot who thinks you know everything at 23 or 24. You know, like I don't know.
Wow, yeah.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to go back to novelty. Like, I think what I was appreciating about this when I first saw it was like not quite seeing anything like it before.
Sure.
But you know, this time, honestly, like, and something happened immediately after that really struck this home was like, it struck me as like a treatise on mental health, you know, like clearly the main character here is like extremely obsessive compulsive or, you know, any number of things, potentially bipolar or whatever, you know, and like this is about obsession, right? This is about being like just like eschewing everything in your life for one thing. And it just struck me as I don't know, you know, I mean, either Aronofsky is a genius or he's like a literal fucking demon from hell bringing human suffering to life on the screen. I'm not quite sure which.
Exhibit A is Mother.
He's a very nice looking guy, which almost like convinces me of the latter, you know.
I just looked at his picture for the first time today. Yeah. No, I'd never seen a picture.
He's like
of
the
him.
dude in Constantine.
No, he got a nice little mustache in the IMDb picture. Just looked like a nice regular
He looks
guy,
like a
you know,
member
like
of the Super Troopers in that picture, man.
that, or like just like a guy who's working at a hardware store. Hey, how's it going? You guys need some paint?
Yeah.
You know, like
Have you seen my drug addiction movie?
I filmed it in my spare time from the hardware store.
You know,
my mom would not understand it.
so I think his stuff has the ability to make you feel a little unstable in whatever, you know, whatever way the movie is. And like, so like before we came on, I was just like, I just want to like retouch on some things. So I watched like a recap, and the dude literally like he did like a blow by blow of the movie, and then he ended the fucking video with like a PSA for mental health. He was like, and if you or anybody that you know is
You know.
experiencing like
Wow.
you know, mental health issues, you can call this number at blah 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 or whatever. And I was like, wow, okay, yeah, that's it right there, buddy.
I like it. I feel like my PSA for this movie is if you or anybody that you know doesn't know what different drills do, don't do what that guy did. The old school drill
like,
that doesn't fucking stop no matter how much you want it to. Yeah, stick that into the side of your head.
I did joke about that, and the funny thing is, like, you stuck it directly into like the speech center of the brain.
There you go.
So it would have done absolutely nothing for the mathematics, but like, he just wouldn't be able to talk anymore. Like,
Right, exactly.
Okay, man.
I mean, you know, once the blood starts getting in there, all hell breaks loose. But you know, like directly the spot he went for, it wasn't like
Sure.
yeah.
I don't know.
So there's my serious take, I guess. But you know, I mean, for the budget, like it was very well done. You know,
Yeah, dude. Home run.
you know, the cast did a great job, and you know,
Artsy fartsy, all that stuff.
but yeah, it's a kooky artsy fartsy movie that, you know, is just very intense and anxiety inducing, and it looks like a Prodigy video.
And the fucking music was really good.
It's like, I don't know, man. Is it the the music kept making me think of The Matrix immediately. The music hits straight away from the beginning, and I was like, this feels like, you know, the Club Walk or whatever from The Matrix, or one of those, or what is it called? Spy whatever from The Matrix. That song,
Spy Game from The Matrix. Really, I'm in.
Yeah, there was a song called Spy something from The Matrix. It was when they were in the hallway or in the club. I don't remember which.
The White Rabbit.
Anyway, no. What, there's music from when they're in the club and Trinity approaches him.
Spy
and there's
Break! Exclamation point!
Spy Break.
Short
That's
one
it.
by
Thank
the
you.
Propeller Heads.
Thank you, Chad. I mean,
Thank
Porkins.
you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Google.
That's what I started thinking of. I was like, The Matrix, you know, but the visuals, like, I don't know, the visuals are kind of more almost like, and I could be wrong, I'm remembering this wrong because I haven't seen a 9 Inch Nails video in a long time. They kind of had a 9 Inch Nails video, kind of feel to it with like a Matrixy, Prodigy kind of music thing going.
It's very of the 90s era,
It's
man.
completely,
Like,
it's 100% 98, dude. 100%.
Silently produced by MTV AMP.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No,
No.
it's not true.
Dick. You try to trick me. You try to trick friend of Porkins.
I don't try to trick. I trick friend. You
He
believe?
trick friend of Porkins. I am friend of Porkins.
When you say it with a Russian accent, it sounds kind of like a Polish dish. Like, I like galamkis and
It's like-
porkins.
That's like you walk into like a dusty alley and like knock out like a giant metal door and somebody slides a thing open and you're like, I am friend of Porkins. And they
Yeah,
open the door for
exactly.
you.
Yeah, right. Well, it's that. I've been on a tear all week at work of this, like, I don't know what it is. It's kind of a composite of like, it's like these guys I see on the internet that are like, you know, Armenian or something combined with like sort of Jim Brewer doing a Lars Ulrich impression, you know, and like these guys are just like, hey bro, hey, we're gonna do this now, bro. Come on, bro, it's gonna be great, bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro? And everything they say, like every second, third word is bro, and they're just like, you know, super pumped up, like da 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 da. I've been doing that all week, so
I like it. That doesn't sound like it got old at all. Like,
No, it didn't. We're still mining that one pretty.
I like it.
Pretty aggressively.
It's a rich vein.
Anyway, so
Well, you know, that's a good segue because Margolis kind of had some pretty sweet accent action going on here, man. Like, shout out to that accent.
he's Russian. He's a Russian expatriate, according to the lore of the film. I learned almost more about the movie reading the "Let's Make Nuggets Not Fun" section than I did in the movie, or as much as I did watching the movie. Sorry. So yeah, he's a, you know, Russian expatriate
Who spent a bunch of time in prison, evidently, which is pretty sick.
Well, in the
him,
backstory
badass.
written for him, he was supposedly sent to Siberia, and then got a teaching position at Columbia University, which is how he got here, which is super weird. But anyway,
Hey, man.
he was
Things.
he was great. I mean, look, everybody in the movie was really good. There wasn't like there was nobody uncommitted or unbelievable or anything like that. Like all of the sort of pieces and technical parts of the movie are 100% solid, man. You know?
Yeah, they did a good job, and they made
Right?
something. They made something out of the tiny budget that they had. That's just that, in retrospect, for me, it feels a little, I don't know.
Prodigy. Sorry.
Yeah.
A little prodigy.
Yeah.
It does.
and now I really want to do I really want to get some video editing software so I can like
smash that shit
take
up.
the scene where he's in the
God,
subway and he's like
dude.
stabbing a pen into the brain, and he turns around and the train comes at him, but instead of the train, it's the dude from Prodigy.
You're like,
Right? when he turns around, that's not the one. I can't think of the song, man. The one that's like, I can't even remember how it goes. No, I just fired that one up. That's not the beginning I was thinking of. There's a different one.
It's Firestarter.
Is it? You think?
No, it's that's all. That's what I'm thinking of that video. You know,
Yeah,
they're like, you know, in the
with the American flag sweater,
running around with the yes, exactly.
He looks like he's in the train. They're in the sewer.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like a train station.
Yeah, it's like a subway or something. Yeah.
You could totally
with
turn it black and white, add a shit ton of grain, and then just cut it in, and it would fit perfectly.
With those pants, remember those pants that were like not quite pants, not quite shorts.
Black and white though. Yeah,
it is in black. I'm watching it right now. It's in black and white.
Black and white. Like
really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Oh yeah, it was too.
Oh yeah.
Wha-ching, wha-ching.
Like it's almost exactly the same.
It is, man. There's a lot of cling-ching changing going on.
That was his pitch to his mom and dad. He's like, Mom, Dad, you know that Firestarter video that I show you all the time? Yeah. I want to make a feature-length version of that movie. Can you give me all that money you were saving up for me? Can I have that now, please? Sure, honey.
Dude, I fucking love that you sound like John Heater as Napoleon Dynamite while you're saying that. Like, that makes it even better, man. And I just watched Blades of Glory, so I got some fresh John Heater in my head.
You got it. She's a freshie.
You know? Mom?
Oh my God,
I just saw this really cool video by this band called The Prodigy. I want to make a movie
Mom,
like
the guy's got like horns on his head. Mom, he shaved his head and there's horns in it. Okay. But that kind of is one of those things where you're like,
yeah,
as a teenage dude, maybe you're like so excited about it that you're like, no, Mom and Dad, you need to see this. And they're like,
oh, dude.
Okay, guy, this is the first time you talked to me in like 3 years. All right, we'll watch whatever it is.
Your mind.
Yeah.
I feel like that was all of us in our teens. I remember in the I'm sure Ben's probably seen the Beyond the Lighted Stage, the documentary about Rush.
Oh yeah.
And Billy Corgan is interviewed numerous times, and he literally says in the most serious of way exactly what you just said. Like trying to explain to his mom how important 2112 was to him. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, it was Entre Nous.
Failing.
It was the song Entre Nous. He was like,
was it Entre Nous?
Yeah, he was extremely excited about Entre Nous.
Yeah, and she didn't.
And she was just like,
it didn't resonate. It didn't resonate.
She's like, I got a meatloaf in the oven, honey. I'll be right back. You know, like I just
That's great, sweetie. I got a meatloaf in the oven.
Dinner's burning. I gotta go.
Yeah,
fix that.
I just I'm glad that you like it, honey. I'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly, right.
I've got this video just playing silently in the background, and I'm so into it.
Which one?
He's stabbing the brain with the pen, and he turns around, and he's like the dude with the American flag sweater is like running down the tunnel, like
yeah. That's what I just watched the beginning of it. It's exactly what he's got going on.
Just loop that over and over again, and just like put a caption below it. It's like literally the movie Pie.
Definitely, you could just.
Sorry,
you could take you could take the movie.
That's not fair, but.
It is totally fair in a loving way. It's not derogatory.
There's nothing unfair about it.
That moment, man.
It's a little derogatory.
I mean,
all right, maybe it may be.
I bet
but I'll tell you what,
would think it's funny.
I'll bet he would too, man. I mean, he's about the same age as us. He was probably going through the same thing. He was just doing something better, making a film.
Unless he actually is a demon from hell, in which case I can expect a visit from him. And
well, maybe, but I mean,
if I'm acting weird over the next couple of weeks, you'll know.
We'll know that's it.
There it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is what we do here. Number one, number two, we always usually 98% of the time, we also, even if we bust on something, we always give a serious sort of, here's what I really think.
I mean,
right? Like a serious kind of like, here's why I don't like it. So
it deserves a somewhat serious critique.
Definitely. And I think we've done just that. And we are doing just that.
I think we.
In addition
we've
to
done it.
calling out the obvious comparisons to Prodigy videos, which are undeniable, man. I mean, shit, bro, come on. You know, I don't know. I dug. I'll tell you what. I'll to get back on the posy train. Like I was really, and I touched on this a little while ago, but like I was, Mark Margolis is always great, and like, I mean, what a chance! Like, how to get a guy like this to do your essentially student film? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then Mark Margolis goes on to work on every single Aronofsky project henceforth.
pretty much.
Which is very cool for an actor, man. But and he's great, and we know that he's great. And R.I.P. I wish he hadn't passed away. But all the other players in the film, I'm sure some of them are non-actors. Really impressive, man. Because I mean, it's really impressive. Like from the kids to the neighbors to the lady kind of chasing him down for the briefcase, like that whole thing. Like everybody was really good, man, and it really kept the story cohesive and moving forward. Like it wasn't like anybody was so bad that you were kind of like, oh, that was, a little woody and it kind of took me out of it. You know what I mean? So props to everybody in it and the acting in general. I thought it was pretty solid, man.
And to be nice to my 15-year-old wanker self, I think the thing that resonated with me here is you're halfway through high school, or for me, I was in my last year of high school when this came out. So I was still in the school headspace. And it's just such a bleak period of most kids' lives, and or maybe it's not bleak. Maybe it's just super confusing, or you have no fucking idea what's going on. You've never really been in the real world yet, just by definition of being stuck in a fucking, gulag or a fucking schoolag or whatever. It's just brutal. And
schoolag?
This fucking thing is
dude,
that was for
that's
you.
Great.
This fucking movie is there is a deeper meaning. Fucking,
I know, right?
And you just, as a kid, you just want to grasp onto anything. It's what is, what's the purpose? What's the meaning? And you're dumb enough at this age to grab onto something like this. Exactly. I don't know. You're just so open to this stupid shit that you're yeah, it is phi ratio. And it's hey, everyone I know, come over to my house and I'll show this movie every day. Hey, girl that I have a crush on, this is totally going to get you to fall in love with me. It's no, it isn't.
If only you had been in college, that they would have been falling in love with you.
Exactly.
Because if you're in high school, yeah, you're right. But in college, that's exactly what people did.
Porkins is really artsy.
Yeah, some guy sitting on a tree stump saying all that shit. Then some chick was like, "Oh my god, you're amazing! Can I come over and have ramen noodles with you?"
Dude, I went over to Porkins' apartment and he showed me this movie and it blew my mind.
I love that movie too.
Porkins, let's go have ramen noodles together and talk about this movie tonight.
In your kitchenette.
Yeah. Right around your hot plate in your dorm room.
I'm really into numerology myself. I like the astrology stuff and those tarot cards and stuff. Let's talk about it.
Crystals. I mean, we could totally talk about crystals.
Oh my fucking god. So I don't know. It's just so silly that
crystals.
I love that I connected with it so deeply and was yeah, it is the meaning of the world. The number. I need to write this number down. No, you don't.
Joe saw this movie and he was like, I'm going to need to put everything on hold.
I opened my bedroom door. Mom, hold my calls.
Mom. Exactly. Open the door. Mom, I'm going to need to put everything on hold. Not just my calls, but my calls too.
Clear my appointments. I'm busy.
I'm glad I didn't see it until I was in my 20s.
Chad, are you going to work today? Mom.
You glad you didn't see it when?
Until I was in my 20s, because at that point I was like, I like indie films. That was my reaction to it.
Yeah.
That was me and Ben in our 20s version of what you were doing. Totally. I actually 98 was the year I landed on Nantucket, ironically enough.
Really? Okay. That's funny.
Yes. we were only
So, I don't know,
watching
man. I don't know.
indie films
That's
that
it.
our
That's it for
moms
me.
definitely would not understand.
It's so stupid, man. I think as a parent now, and as an adult that understands how fucking stupid I was as a teenager, I just find it so funny how often it seems like, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's art on the wall.
Yeah, it's just a painting. Sorry, I was just going to put this on. Forgot to put this on D&D.
Black.
Yeah.
And yes, in case you're wondering, I have a Dungeons and Dragons setting on my phone.
Nice. Now, as an adult now, like, I remember specifically one specific memory of thinking my parents had no idea about anything in the universe. And I'll tell that anecdote in a minute, but just like you think you're the only person who's ever experienced this thing, who's ever fucking like experimented with marijuana before. You know, like you're like, no one has ever done this before. I am the first. And like, I remember like starting to smoke weed, and I was like, I don't know, 14 or some shit. And I was talking to my buddy on the phone with this super long phone cord in a room. And we were talking about like buying some weed. So it's like, oh yeah, like I think I'll get an eighth. Nah, maybe I'll get a quarter. And I literally remember like sitting there thinking as I was speaking, because my mom was like 5 feet away at the laundry machine, being like, she has no idea what an eighth is. So I'm just gonna say this because she's so stupid. She has no idea that I like marijuana and I love drugs, and drugs are me, and I am drugs. I am the coolest kid on this island full of waspy white bread cunts. Nobody understands. And meanwhile, my mom's just like, did he literally just say he's going to buy an eighth of weed? Like, what an idiot. You know what I mean? And then like 10 minutes later, she's just like, so, you know, like, let's look through your room, buddy. You know what I mean?
Right. She's like, so are you boys going out to buy drugs?
Like, what are you talking about, Bob? I was talking about, like, playing at the arcade with quarters, Bob.
You didn't know.
I just love how stupid you are as a teenager, or at least I was.
Oh, my God, dude. It's so crazy, man.
It's
and
funny.
watching it now as a parent is like,
It's so
Jesus Christ. It is. It is
So this
funny,
movie
man.
essentially, like, distills my douchey 15-year-old try-hard essence down to its black and white contrasty purity. It's like the moonshine of douchey Porkins. And I'm so here for how much of a fucking idiot I was, because I'm not that idiot anymore,
Totally.
and I kind of love it. And I also am kind of horrified by it.
Yeah.
You know, you need. We all need room to
Grow.
grow and evolve. So
Yeah.
that's part of the fucking journey, man. You know.
And maybe it's nice that you can look back and laugh instead of look back and, you know, feel a negative emotion about it. Like, it's funny, like, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like most folks probably have a sense of humor about it, but also are a little like embarrassed, you know?
Sure.
Like, it's all part of the game.
Definitely. Yeah, this is I love how you were like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
I didn't know
This
what we
movie-
were going to
this,
talk
This
about. but here we
movie
are.
is this movie has been like a time warp for the three of us back to 1998, man. You know, and all that shit that it entails. It's funny.
Bits and bobs.
Did you guys have any like confusion about what the actual story was?
No, I've seen
elements of the
seen
story?
this movie 56
You've seen it
times.
enough? Have you really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because you
Like,
at that
this
age,
was
you were
my
probably
movie,
like,
dude.
I'll be watching Pie tonight, and then tomorrow night, and every night after that.
Yeah. I just always took it as a search for the meaning of the universe in all of its wanky form, and this movie is like a guy finding it and people also wanting it, you know? So it's just like the dude is onto something,
Right.
and the Wall Street cunts want to make their money, and the Hasidic Jew cunts want to fucking wank all over their bullshit, you know? Like, that's kind of all there is to it. And then
What do you mean by that, though?
What?
The Hasidic guys, like, we're like,
I just took it at face value. I have no idea if
okay.
there is numerology in the Torah.
I'm not looking to go like inception levels
I know.
deep into theories. I'm just like surface level. Like, what do you think this is about? You know what I mean?
Oh, I just think.
I think you just said it.
It's the people that are like. I think it's like the. I've never really kind of thought of it this way, but it's like the guy that wants to find a deeper meaning for the sake of deeper meaning. The group that wants to find the thing to make the money, capitalism essentially, and then the group that wants to find the thing because it's theirs and fuck you, we're the chosen people, religious bullshit. And he's the pure one. He's the one that wants to find it for the sake of finding it. And as a result of his severe mental issues, drill to the head, fucking and scene. You know, like, I don't know. That's kind of all there is to it, right? I don't know. What do you reckon? Like,
right. What do you think, Ben? What was the angle with the Hasidic guys? Were they just trying to figure it out from like a biblical sense?
Well, it's in the in the summaries I've looked at today, it was something along the lines of they're trying to find like the name of God, you know, and yeah, there is like a you know, Hebrew numerology thing. I don't know what it actually relates to, but like there is a thing there. So like I think they were trying to like bring like a mystical element to this or something, you know,
right?
Like where like these, you know, they're trying to like, it's kind of like the same, like he, you know, like he's trying to figure out like the meaning of everything, you know, with like the, you know, like solve the universe with math, and they're like trying to find the name of God with math. That was sort of like the summary that I got. But I mean, if you're asking me, it's like a guy is like troubled by trying to figure out something so hard that he like drills a hole in his head to make it stop.
Right.
You know.
well, yeah. I did read today that there's like a Hebrew, I don't know, theory of that, or a belief or a theory that there's a 216 letter name for God that they haven't figured out yet, or they're trying to figure out, or something like that. That was one of the things I had read today.
Yeah. So it's like a common, you know, like really it was like they and like the stockbroker people had like a similar interest. So they were using him to like, you know, try and solve the problem.
Right.
And I feel like, let's just, you know, for the sake of conversation, take the assumption that there is some Hebrew word for God and it's 216 letters or characters or whatever the fuck, and like you take all the letters in whichever alphabet you're talking about and multiply it by 216. That's an awful lot of combinations. More combinations that are in the fucking universe equals this is just some secret magic spell. What does the magic spell do? Well, I mean, you would assume that it's the religious people are convincing themselves that like, if we figure out this magic spell, then the next big thing in our We Are the Chosen One religion happens, whether it's like the Christian second coming of Jesus shit or whatever. And so it's like their attempt to prove that they are the chosen, their God is the God, and they have figured out how to become one with or contact them, or what, you know, like it's just validating the wankery, I guess. I don't know, validating the belief.
It's kind of admirable in you know, some respects, whereas, you know, people put a lot of value in faith, but like actually trying to prove it or trying to like really understand, you know, God is, I think, probably more interesting than just being like, nope, I know it.
Well, I find it kind of more fucked up, though, because it's like
I do know, and I agree with you. I do think that that's interesting, and I'm always like I'm always interested when I come across people that are either Jewish or some form of Jewish or Christians that get into it like that. You know what I mean? That like are, well, just what you said, really. You know, I find that very interesting.
But the cynic in me thinks that it's not.
I've met none, but that's okay.
The cynic in me thinks, like, I'm being super cynical here, but
I'm speaking from the Christian side. I don't,
sure.
I do know some Jewish people, but I haven't really had a lot of
spiritual conversations about
about religion with them. And so I was raised Catholic, and I know other Catholics, and I don't know them to be particularly, either know them to be like relatively secular, or, you know, to hold beliefs, but they don't, they're not trying to prove the existence of anything. They just
take it on faith.
Have a belief that brings them comfort or whatever,
Right.
But like the cynic in me thinks that like trying to prove it is less about proving it for the sake of, I don't know, the good version of proving it versus proving it to be like, see, I told you, like it's like the validating their belief structure as opposed to like actually seeking truth. And that is super cynical. And I think that's just on me, but like,
I don't think that's very cynical. Really.
That's absolutely. I think you are right there.
Like, I don't take that guy screaming about you are a vessel to our God. It's like, that guy's not seeking truth. He's seeking validation and maybe power. I don't know. Like, it's just hard for me to give the benefit of the doubt to that level of zealotry, regardless of religion. And then similarly, there's a zealotry to money on the flip side, the Wall Street people, and he is put forward as the pure person who's trying to find the truth. And it just so happens that he's, clearly has issues, mental issues that maybe is the root cause of the whole thing. Like, I mean, there's a version of the movie where, the whole thing is just his fucking fever dream,
I meant to bring this up twice, and I the first time I was like, oh, I need to look it up and to remember what it's called. But it says this is in the Nuggets Not Fun section. The main character suffers from cluster headaches, also known as suicide headaches, a rare condition widely regarded as the most painful condition anyone can suffer. And I was going to bring it up before because when I got done watching the movie, I was like, I had read that and I was going to ask the two of you is it ever mentioned anywhere in the movie?
He talks about staring at the sun and then having the headaches as a result.
That's like the last thing he says.
It's the first thing
he says.
It opens the movie and he says it like 3 or 4 times throughout. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a kind of a bookend thing. Yeah. And also he's like constantly, I mean, he's having these things through the whole movie and he's like sort of come up with this like cocktail of like various things to try and counteract it.
Including that like Star Trek little injector thing.
Right, yeah. And
50 cc's of Bing Bong Dig Dong via subcutaneous injection, exactly.
50, yes, precisely.
It's a vaccine for Malvar and
I get
mud
the impression
fleas.
that he tried not to do it because it would like dull his like ability to like
his mentat like mind.
His math.
Do the
to do the math.
Play with this weird computer that has like vacuum hoses attached to it for some reason that
He's kind of
like, it must run Windows 98 or like whatever version of Apple was like at that time. But, for some reason, like he's got this weird like thing suspended with like a very unsterile looking glass cage that he has to put like a mask and gloves on to like try and scrape fucking ants off it or whatever. Man. You're like,
nobody can see me nodding my head vigorously at what Ben's saying. Yes, 100%. He was kind of like, he was either like Dr. Spirograph from The Simpsons. Bart and Milhouse find Dr. Spirograph at an empty warehouse in the corner. There's a drafting table and one light.
Yeah, dude.
And he's explaining to Bart and Milhouse how everything can be in the universe can be explained through Spirograph.
Exactly. He's got like a little bit of dark.
It's not far off, right?
It's not far off at all.
It's either that or
it leads me to believe that that's almost like a
lift,
like a satire of
I don't know. I think that Spirograph thing came out before this because it's one of those first 6 seasons, man. So
it's actually plagiarism.
It might be.
Well, I mean, like all the like fucking golden ratio Fibonacci sequence stuff is like very Spirograph. So,
it is,
like,
I mean, am I right or am I right?
What did I tell you, bro?
Yeah,
this is what it is, bro. Come on.
Like, this stuff came into like popularity, like public consciousness, like around a time. So who's to say?
I mean,
like,
it's interesting stuff.
Chicken
and
or
the
egg,
Mandelbrot shit, like all the fractal shit, all that. Like, it's super interesting.
Yeah,
it's also like
fractal stuff. it's all cool. And I never remember hearing anything about it until a certain time.
I think this introduced
like
me to
this-
some of that shit for sure.
I agree. Yeah, me too. For sure.
Yeah, I certainly, for whatever fucking reason, never heard about it in applied geometry,
Right? Yeah. No.
you
Hey,
think
Ben.
you would hear about it
You
then.
think that
but
they'd
it
be like,
never
this is a
happened,
really
so
interesting thing. That's kind of cool. And you'd be like, oh, okay. No.
Giving myself away here. I'm high school educated, and that's it. But
I would have thought the opposite. The way you just laid that out, I was like,
thought-
damn,
well,
applied geometry. That
Geometry was
sounds
so
impressive.
fucking annoying in school. Draw a triangle on the wall, like, prove this is a triangle. It's like, well, I mean, look at it, dude. Why do I need to fucking do a bunch of work now? It's a
I
triangle.
mean, I preferred it to like the more abstract shit because at least it was like, I can see at least
It kind of makes sense.
At least I know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Just
sounds
forcing me to
elite.
like brute calculate shit for like no apparent
reason.
reason.
I'm gonna brute calculate this shit, bro.
Here, have this crossword puzzle. You like that shit? No? Well, too bad. Do it anyways.
No, I'm going to
Kid.
punch you in the face. While my fury bar grows.
No, that was how I felt anyway.
100%. So the other way I was going to describe the main character was he's either Dr. Spirograph or he's like a mentat that took the wrong juice, right? So
Yeah.
like you got like Piter and like, they drink the juice
He's getting down with some
It's like a-
too.
and they recite the little phrase, right? And then he drinks the juice and somebody's like, no,
Like
dude.
an unhirable,
You took-
twisted mentat.
You took the wrong one. You're supposed to take the one that makes you smarter, not the one that makes you smart and crazy.
Right?
Right? The next thing you know, drill
It's
to the
absolutely
head.
dumping out here.
Is it? Oh, that's what that noise is?
Yeah. It's pissing rain. The cluster headache thing you were talking about, man, like I think what really got me, besides being a fucking total wanker, is the sonic experience of the movie. Where you kind of have like that quiet like boop 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 in the beginning, and he's like, when I was 6, I looked at the sun and my mom said, you're a cunt, and then I looked anyways, boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, and it kind of like, you're like, okay, cool. There's like kind of some sound and music shit going on. And exactly. And then it gets to the bit though, like where he has his first headache and it has that like screeching and it kind of like, it's just, I don't know. The way that the sound is handled in those episodes really disorients you as a viewer, and it kind of rhymes with what you were saying about how the camera works kind of crazy, and I don't know. I kind of like the way that those headache hallucination things were handled because it was, I don't know, confronting and or like just an experience maybe. I don't know, as a viewer.
For me, it rhymes a little too much with like every time there's like a giant explosion in a movie and they do like the tinnitus sound, like the
Yeah, that's fair.
and everybody's
Yeah,
like holding their ears. Like I fucking hate that because I have horrible tinnitus.
Actual
Yeah,
tonight.
same.
So like
I
when
have
that
really
goes
bad
off,
tinnitus.
it just makes me hyper aware of the fact that I have it, and I'm like, God damn it! Like,
Yeah,
um,
nails on a chalkboard.
so
So
like it had like a similar sort of effect on me. Those scenes.
Sure.
that's fair. That's fair.
Not
It is confronting.
Unrelated
Not fun.
to your tinnitus, the fact that it's just been overused by a large margin.
that fucking too, which only makes it worse.
Totally.
Any other bits, Bobs?
Oh, are we on bits and bobs?
We're fully
Sorry.
bitsing and fully bobsing.
We're fully bitsing.
What?
Sorry.
You okay?
Can't help it. Can't help it.
You can't help what?
Fight in the shade, but come on, what is it?
Oh, you can't hear that? You can't hear the Prodigy playing in the background?
Oh, no.
I just been sitting here like, where's the full fucking album? How come it's not on YouTube? Oh, here it is. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, bits and bobs. I don't know. I think we said this. I mean, we did say this, but I'll say it again. Just visually, it's intense, and it's kind of well, for me, I said exhausting, and it is exhausting. Like, it's exhausting on your brain, you know, how kind of frenetic it is. But it is very cool. It's super artistic. I like movies that are done in black and white. I've never actually seen one that's been quite like blown out the way that they did this, you know? And I like that. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate its artistic qualities, even though it wasn't exactly appealing for me in 2025. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really like that. And the claustrophobic nature of everything and the way everything was filmed was, you know, obviously a lot of necessity there, but still, I think it contributed to, you know, bringing that sort of anxious feeling, that kind of crazy feeling that the main character is having, and putting it on the viewer as well. So
It does, but I also hate that.
100%. That's kind of what I just said, sort of the same thing, a little bit of a different way. I appreciate the artistic quality of it, but it was exhausting to watch. That's what I meant by that. You know,
It's sort of like the film equivalent of somebody showing you their mouthful of food, you know, like after they've been chewing it for a while.
Dude.
It's like, is that art?
Is it?
Not really. Kind of like when somebody took an X-ray of Hank Hill's colon and made it into an art piece.
There you go.
That kind of thing. Yeah. What else?
I don't know.
Nuggets.
We covered it.
Bobby,
Nugs? Are there
it's
nugs?
the inside of my butt. Dang it, those are my insides.
I still watch that show all the time. That's a big comfort food.
Nuggets.
It's a new season of it coming out.
Is
New
there?
season of King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I would.
I'm ejecting
Love
right
that.
now, sir.
I'm not ejecting actually at all.
Maybe just shouting out Clint Mansell as the composer, because he did all the music and he does a lot of good music. He also
Yes, he does.
has
Had
a
a
cameo,
cameo
right?
as
Yeah.
the camera guy.
camera guy.
That was cool. It was cool to.
An adorable nugget that I liked was that Darren Aronofsky's mom catered the movie, which I like the idea of him being
Loved.
like, my mom loves my idea so much that she's going to come and make sandwiches every day. Because
my mom actually understands me.
yeah, I have
So she's
taken
gonna
the time
cater
to
my
show
weird movie.
her how important this work is.
Right.
No, guys, don't go to the deli. Look, she cut the crust off.
She cut the crust off.
Mom, did you cut the crust off all the sandwiches for the crew?
My mom put mayonnaise on both sides of the sandwich before putting the bologna inside and cuts off the crust.
Quick side note, I got to give a big shout out to Turbo fan Carl Aguilar for doing an excellent EBD nerd voice last week.
That was pretty
It was
good.
tight.
Yeah.
It was
Shout out
really
to
good. I was impressed.
friend of the show,
I was
Carl.
impressed. Diving into the fire.
Good times with Carl last week.
Yeah, it was really good. I was the production lore was interesting. The mom catering, illegally shooting in the subway to save themselves $18,000 in permits
Totally.
a day. You know, always having somebody on lookout because they basically shot this with zero permits whatsoever. You know, so it's cool when they do that. You know what I mean? It had a very kind of it reminded me a bit of when we were reading about Cameron on the original Terminator.
Dude, it's
You know,
Herzog all
just-
the way too. Gorilla.
just-
Herzog was so
yeah,
proud
yeah,
of
totally.
how Gorilla it was.
Exactly. And doing it like that and coming up with cool creative ideas and making it work for 60 grand. It was tight.
Yeah, man, 60 fucking G's. Like, this is like not as legendary, but just as like good for you guys as the Texas Chainsaw conversation
Totally.
we had with just how small the budget was. It's a completely different thing.
Guy
but I just love
made
it when
money
you can
on
kill a fucking like $60,000, dude. That is nothing in the movie world.
Nothing. And sold it for $1 million.
Yeah,
Like that's nothing too, but that's
he's clearly
a lot
a
of
very
kids.
talented business person side of the, you know, like his movies are very fucking esoteric, and he's been able to make it work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a couple of exceptions, like The Wrestler, which was excellent.
Well, I mean, even so,
also brutal. Like,
yeah, even so, it's
Yes.
way outside of the norm. You know, like
really
it's-
fucking brutal.
Agreed.
Man.
yeah.
Agreed.
Like I
It was brutal.
Very masturbatorily thought of Darren Aronofsky as like my favorite director, period, top to bottom, for a very, very, very long time. And the more I experience and go back to his stuff, like I still like it. Like I'm fine with it, but like I have maybe like a different appreciation, and like would maybe put like a Nolan or other people's kind of, I don't know, like catalog of stuff in a higher tier now, maybe. But that's just an opinion thing. It's not like a fucking true thing. Like it's just good for him, dude. He's gotten a lot of really weird shit made, so clearly he can make money. Otherwise, he wouldn't get it. So, like, good for him.
Well, it's impressive how weird the stuff that he does and how it gets out into the mainstream. You know, like you just don't see that kind of thing.
I still haven't seen The Whale.
Really,
I have it. I'm ready and waiting to watch it.
I haven't either, but I was really psyched to see that he was the guy that directed it. You know, because I heard it was great. It was kind of like Brendan's comeback. You know, like one of his sort of comebacks. He's in Doom Patrol as well, but like, you know, it's really cool to see that. So I want to watch that.
Yeah.
As well.
So yeah, shout out to Mr. Aronofsky.
Any more nuggets?
Nah, you got any more?
No.
Recommendations? I don't know if I would
Hold
recommend.
on, deaths.
This.
We did have a death. Hold on. Unlike last week where we had, yeah, you did. That's right, you did. All right, so now we got 2. Last week we had an absolute banger, man. We had like 13 deaths, 13, 14. It was a EBD bloodbath. This week is the polar opposite. We had 2. I had the CN Guillemette death at the beginning, and Chad just skipped the death section.
Yeah, Chad just beating a joke to death.
And that's it.
Cool.
That's all we got. Recommendations. I would since this is the first time viewing, I'll go first on this. This is a.
Did you give a shit? Like first time viewing is like what's the vibe? Like what does it feel? What's the feel?
I think the feel was mostly like I was in a very chill mood when I laid down on the couch to watch this today, you know, so that probably didn't help, but it was like very just frenetic. It was frenetic. It was like exhausting, you know, just the way it was filmed mirrored the kind of the content and the story and the acting, you know what I mean? So it was like, it all played together. Like if he was trying to get people to feel the way the character was feeling, like it worked. I was just like, good God, man, this is exhausting. A little bit confusing, but that's how it came off. And I would say, you know, that in mind, like if you didn't see this a zillion times, like Chad, back in 98, it's definitely worth at least one watch, you know?
Sure.
We didn't really talk about this enough, but like I always just like Mark Margolis. I like watching him work. So
Totally.
It's great to see the scenes that he's in, you know, and sort of the debate and the discussion that they have. But yeah, it's definitely worth one watch at least for sure. You know, it's Aronofsky's directorial debut and he did it for $60,000. So like you gotta watch it, you know, it's worth it just for all that, you know. I'll leave it there.
What do you think, Benny? Probably a no.
So putting aside the accomplishment that they achieved here with the tiny fucking budget that they had, which is it is an achievement. There's something there,
no doubt.
I still feel like this is torturous in a lot of ways and dated in a lot of ways. I don't know if you're the kind of masochist who needs to be a Darren Aronofsky completionist and you haven't seen this yet, which I couldn't imagine you haven't, but if you haven't, then that's when you want to watch it. If you're not into Darren Aronofsky movies, yeah, you can probably skip it.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
And I think I initially was a no like a minute ago, and I think straight up through my own lenses, because that's the only fucking eyeballs I look out of. It's like I really find it funny looking back at myself and laughing at how much of a jackass I was about this movie. And so I think like there's a decent chance that if you've seen this before and were of our age at the time and thought similarly, like you might think it's funny to go back, and it's like it doesn't ruin the movie. It's not it's not like some of the other ones we've done or talked about where like going back to it breaks the nostalgia and ruins the movie in your mind. Like I kind of like that it changes my opinion of the movie. So based on that, like if you've seen it and there's some nostalgia, I think it's worth going back to again, maybe just like one time just to be like, haha, 90s Prodigy.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
It's kind of interesting, right? Because the movie hasn't changed, but you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
Yeah.
like it's not like it's something that's not funny anymore because like the jokes are dated or something like that. It's like a different kind of a thing. Like there was something interesting there for sure.
For sure. I had the same experience on Contact, man. For
sure. And I had the
I love when
opposite.
that happens,
I was just
actually.
like you, where I had not seen it. So like, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah.
And I think we've had other films where one of us at least has had that.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of like.
It's worth a revisit. Asterisk. It's gonna be kind of a cheeky rewatch instead of a like, this is still the best thing ever rewatch. You know, watch it with your mom. You know, watch it with your moms. She gets you now.
Save
you
it for
now.
Mother's
She loves
Day.
you.
You know?
Save it for Mother's Day. Yeah.
There's
Just to celebrate your mom not understanding you when you were younger
Yeah.
and the weird things you like. Dude, if I showed my mom this fucking movie now, my mom's like 80. Her fucking head would explode.
She'd
literally.
slap you. She'd be like, how dare you?
Dude.
Don't show her fucking
I think-
Requiem for a Dream.
I know, I was going to say Ellen Bernstein. We'll go straight into that. Double feature.
That'd be cruel. No.
I think, the one thing I will
let's
say
not.
about this, I will say about this movie is that, like, despite what both of you just said, essentially, like, it kind of holds up better than some of the, like,
Yeah, in a way.
mainstreamy movies we've watched, like Snatch comes to mind, where we were like,
I was
super
so
bullish
surprised
on
at
it
how
back
poorly
then.
that held up.
I still am, and it's
Yeah,
so was Nick and Jason, but like, what, Ben?
Because it's in black and white. I mean, like,
No, I just think like,
It's an art
Well,
piece
you don't-
as opposed to a culture piece. I don't know.
well, you don't have to. I mean, you guys, you don't have to
black and
agree with
white.
what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's like, it's like, this was my first watch, right? So, I was like, aside from like the arty sort of quality to it and like how sort of, resource intensive it was to watch it, it was like, it was still a cohesive story, and he was achieving a lot of the goals that he was trying to achieve. And it's like, yeah, sure, it looked like a Prodigy video, but, like, it was still pretty impressive and in some ways better than some of like the mainstream stories that we've covered in our 314 episodes. You know what I mean? That's all. Just a wee footnote.
Maybe it doesn't matter why it holds up, but it's interesting that it kind of does in a weird way. Like, it's just, I usually get
Yeah, that's
grumpy
what I mean.
about movies not holding up, and I'm not grumpy for some reason. So I don't know why.
Uh-uh.
That is. Yeah, right on.
I mean, it's an art piece, but it's kind of like one of Napoleon Dynamite's more interesting drawings of like, like a liger and like a topless woman riding a liger with like a sword. Like
It's a sweet jump of a movie.
Totally. It's a sweet jump of a movie.
I like it.
Shit, that's great. Anyway, well, there's our recommendations. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, we were gonna segue into Superman because we didn't know what we were gonna talk about with Pi. Like, spoiler alert, we were gonna just kind of like let it happen, and it didn't. So clearly, I think we should do that next week.
Yeah. Well, there you. Yeah.
next week we're going to do Superman.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us this week, folks. Thanks for joining us for Pi. We will see you next week for Superman.
The Nooperman.
And that's it.
Nooperman.
Yeah, the Nooperman. We love you guys. Thanks so much for listening. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Happy Pi Day.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. If you'd like to check out the show notes for this episode, you can do so in your podcast app of choice. Order our website, ebd.fm/episodes/pi314. If you'd like to support the show, you can. You can support us directly on Patreon. You can tell people to check out the show. You can rate us and review us. I'm sure there's other ways that I'm not thinking about. You could create posts on Instagram and spread them around like wildfire if you really wanted to. Anything that you do would be helpful, and we'd appreciate it. And we do appreciate everybody that is hung in and listened with us, or listened to us rather, load these 314 episodes. Thank you. And if you'd like to join us on social, you can do so on Instagram. We're at EBD Podcast. And that's it. Thanks for joining us for Pi. We'll see you next week for Superman. So long for now, folks.
Stop into it.
And that was our roof to sack.
Yeah, exactly, folks. Next week, we're going to be talking about styrofoam.
Next week, we'll talk about architectural
insulation
shingles
and its applications in construction. And that's going to be a 3-hour episode.
Via sacred geometry.
Just about that.
That styrofoam and applied geometry next week, right here on the EBD Podcast.